Otep, greetings, Amen Shekimuka. The full length of this video will be on the Facebook page, YouTube page, and Instagram TV page. I'm going to share some information with you. Matt Foundation Therapies, part of the business here, and the various services offered here. The first one on the list here is the Initiation Brain Balancing Program, where you're guided over a few months with some ancient practices, meditation, etc., etc. For those who want to do more, get in contact with themselves, reconnecting with ancient practices. The next one here is the Ma'at Alchemy plate, which is a type of orgonite. Here's a plate here. Look at this very special plate here. As you can see around the edges there, those buttons there, seeds, are one of my discoveries that's been around for a few hundred, maybe a few thousand years, not recognized for its potential now. It's super orgonite. These buttons here are super orgonite. Very powerful type of orgonite. It is here. Having a close look, you can see glitter in there. A smaller piece, half this size, on your laptop, mobile phone, even in a room, will have a serious effect on radiation and things of that nature. Energizes things. This is one of the old versions of orgonite to go on the mobile phone that I used to sell. And since discovering this type of orgonite, I've now just, this is the one I'm doing now. Very powerful. To give you an example, if you put a piece of orgonite like this on a mobile phone, and you use the pendulum, which is something very useful to know about and to use. One of the things that you'll be taught when you do an initiation balancing program. Pendulum can inform you about different information that you might want to know. So using a pendulum over a mobile phone without a piece of orgonite on there, it will spin counterclockwise. And when you put this on there, or the other one that I was showing you there, it will change to clockwise. So you can experience that directly on the most basic level, what orgonite does. A chalice here filled up with super orgonite, so you can imagine from that little piece there on the mobile phone how massive this one is. You know, maybe you can make 100 mobile phone piece, but this is in a chalice to have in the house. You can also hold this to meditate. So this type amount of orgonite in here, for example, a few years back when I was having some services, doing jury services in the courtroom, over 10 solicitors, you know, this case that I was doing jury service with, all had laptops in the room. The air, the energy in the air was very draining. Most of the time people had a job trying to stay awake, you know, in the courtroom. So at a certain time I sneaked in a piece of orgonite, maybe about half of what's in here, and I was doing it at different days, not informing the rest of my jury colleagues. And at certain times people thought that the air conditioning was working more proficiently. It was fresh in the room, everybody was alive, and you know, and so on and so on. So it was very obvious the impacts that a piece of orgonite had in the room. So as I was saying, many barristers in the courtroom, in that room, all had laptops, so the air in there was full up with radiation. And the ORGONITE cancelled it to such an extent, people were saying the air conditioners working a lot better, so ORGONITE, so it works. This year at the Mind Body Wellbeing Festival, Mind Body Spirit Wellbeing Festival, I will be at stand number A28, row A. That's May 24th to the 27th of May this year, where you can come and experience various organ products, including starting with protection from your mobile phone. We have different sizes of this. This is the smallest piece. This is the old type that I used to do. Yes, the ORGONITE that produces the most potent type of organ is the one that's made with the fine particle, dust particles. So when you look online, you see all these different ORGONITE going on. The ones with the dust particles are the ones that's more effective, and so on and so on. Various types of ORGONITEs, some of them are unique to matte foundation therapies. This is another large piece of ORGONITE. So this in a house, or as I said, one of the chalices piece will counter all the radiation in the whole house. So this piece there, very unique, nice piece. That's made of, again, super ORGONITE. When you look quite closely, dust particles, very fine. There's another chalice one there again. This is on a silver plated goblet that I think used to be used for ice cream in time. So one of the abilities that I have is to recarnate things, recycle things, give them a more higher functioning, you know. So here's another chalice one here that's been cleaned up a bit, so you can see the difference between that one and the last one. Silver plated chalice, and you can see some coils there and various alchemy elements, ORGONITE inside. Very powerful tools, holding on the heart chakra and get into a meditation state, visualize your objective. It literally can be used as like an Aladdin's lamp with counter energy around the house and so on. There's another chalice there, again better function, now been recycled, silver plated goblet, design on there, you know, nice on the table. As we're saying, various forms of ORGONITE. I'm one of the pioneers of making ORGONITE in forms of deities and different artifacts from ancient Egypt. There you go, type of mummy there. This is done with a hard resin, so it's quite solid, quite unique. Only available here. I'm sure in the future other ORGONITE artists will be following my footsteps with some of this artwork here. As we've seen, this is rubber resin, so if you drop this, it won't break. It's made of rubber resin. You can literally bend it, but it's quite tough. That's Sebek there, obviously. Not a perfect mold, but it's ORGONITE. Sitting in the house will be functioning as clearing negative energy around the house. This is the god Ming here. Again, you can see holding the rods of Ma'at in the hand there. As we said, the rods of Ma'at are unique to matte foundation therapy, which, yes, so ORGONITE, it's Ming, rubber resin. Yes. And here's another one here. Here's a Buddha with the dragon around there. You can see the back of the dragon there. The mold went a bit and he lost his mouth there, but the Buddha is there, the main thing. So that's sitting on your altar, or it's functioning, clearing up the house of negative energy. Again, unique to mat foundation therapy. Another one here. This one's been sprayed gold there, and there's the back there, the paste. And this is one of my favorite ones. It's an ankh made of ORGONITE. Yes, ORGONITE, very powerful piece of tool there. And here's another one. Again, this one has been had the color in there, the blue dye, which is this color you've seen a lot of ancient Egyptian artifacts. Again, super ORGONITE, unique to here, only available here. Yes. This is another one. There you go, organ art, incredible piece here. One off, unique. So each of these flowers here have ORGONITE in them, and obviously there's a crystal in that one there. And this one is another quartz there, another quartz here, black tourmaline there, negative energy. And this one is blue sapphire. An incredible piece, unique, never been done before. So all these special one-off items, of course you can request. These will be available at the events in May, the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, Wellbeing Festival. Unique pieces. Okay, this is again one of my earlier pieces made a few years back. A few have gone. Recycling, look at that. That looks like an Aladdin lamp. And this one, it's what's known as sucker punch. It's a term that's used for a type of ORGONITE where a crystal has been wrapped with the coil, Mobius coil. Very powerful instruments in the right hand. Again, you would hold that. And this one you can actually put a generator, you can plug it in other words, and frequencies, and very powerful to work your spells or your intentions and things of that nature. Can also just be held to energize the body direction. So again, it's like an Aladdin's lamp. With the right mindset, one can affect many realities. Unique piece. Sucker punch, you can find information about sucker punch on a document online called the Muffin Papers. Yes, the Muffin Muffin Papers. There we go. That's that one there. And here we have another one. These are all old unique pieces. You can see in this one there's a pearl going around there, and then there's I believe that's an amethyst. It looks like amethyst, yeah, and a turquoise there, and a lot of alchemy mixed inside. Recycling the copper thing. This was actually a pot, you know. Again, you can hold this one and meditate. Just having it in the house would have an incredible effect on the environment in the house. Peace and harmony, energy, and so on and so on. Yes, and another one here. Again, this one hasn't been cleaned up. Again, a nice quartz there in the center, sitting in the bed of organite. Very powerful. And another one here. It's a nice smoky quartz in the center of this one. Hard resin and whole lot of energy going on here. A lot of energy. Powerful, unique items here. Again, it's got another mold. It's pure organite, pure super organite, very powerful. Whole buildings, radiation is taken care of. You see the bottom there. Yes. So a little piece of this, as we were saying earlier. Yeah, here we are.
Hi.
Hiya.
You've got